This episode of Tonight in San Diego is brought to you by The Belly Up Tavern. Broadcasting from Ocean West Studios in America's finest city, this is Tonight in San Diego. This week's guests from the f.a.c.e Foundation, Brooke, Haggerty. And this week's musical guest, Soul Ablaze. And here's your host, David Bond.
Diego, welcome to the show. So we had a monster visit us this week. Yep, June gloom. You guys feel that? What was it? It's July. I'm like, go away, monster. We didn't want none of this. But it burned off. That I did not see coming. My Yahoo Weather needs to update their stuff because they're like, it's going to be horrible all week. And I was like, in San Diego, horrible is 73 degrees, by the way. Everywhere else, that's heaven. But here, that's like, what's wrong? What did we do? Start sacrificing things and all that. So I want you, there's a lot going on in the next couple of weeks. We got Comic-Con coming up. Yeah. And then this week we have Gay Pride out in Hillcrest. So that'll be really crazy. Now don't get too drunk, y'all. That's what happens. And I'm talking about Comic-Con, of course. So, I call that Nerd Pride, actually. The Comic-Con. So, anyway, happy Nerd Pride to all of you. If I don't see you before then, so yeah, so there you go. And then also, I think it's also a time for, Pokemon fans to come out of the closet. So I think that's really why we really call it that. But I did last year. I got my Charizard. And the other thing, you went to a really cool, T-Lane, you went to a really cool thing. You went to Belly Up's Beer Fest, right? Yeah. How was that? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was my first time, and I got a little cup, and I got to try out all these different kinds of beers. It was really neat. I didn't know how many different kinds of beers there were out there, different kinds of breweries in San Diego.
Did you have do you remember some of your favorites?
There's one called Iron Fist.
Ooh.
Yeah, Iron Fist.
Was it bold? It sounds bold.
Yeah, it was. It was good. And Culture was really good too.
Okay.
But all of them had a distinct taste, and after a while, started tasting the same.
That's how it always goes.
I didn't know that. That was my first time.
Well, I actually didn't make it on time, and I feel really bad about that. But I ended up going there, and then I was just kind of hanging out in front because everyone was leaving at one point, and I was like, oh, I think it's over, and I kind of missed the whole thing. But so I was kind of snooping around, maybe there's some leftover beer. There wasn't, but I did find a list that the Belly Up had of beers that they didn't want to showcase that I guess were submitted by companies. They're like, we'll give you free beer, but then it didn't work out. So we actually have, I made a list of these, of the top 7 beers that I don't want to try. All right, ooh, I like that music. Okay, so top 7 beers we don't want to try. Number 7 is Happy Trail Ale. Number 6, Polygamy Porter. Guess you can't have one of those. Number 5 is Pabst Brown Ribbon. I don't want to know why it's brown, I don't. Don't tell me. Number 4 is Osama bin Lamek. Number 3, anything from Kidney Stone Brewery. Sounds like something your stepdad would make. Number 2, Australia's Yeast Down Under. I don't even have to tell you that I don't want to try that one. That's probably my number 1. But the number 1 is, and I don't even get it. I don't know. It sounds actually pretty good to me. Dickens Cider. No, it sounds good. Sounds like apple cider. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. You guys evidently do. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. When we get back, we are going to hear from T-Lin and your epic journey into beerdom. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. like I promised you, we do have a really good show. I always say that every week, but we really, really have a really good show this week. We have Brooke Haggerty is here from f.a.c.e Foundation. Yep. And she brought an animal friend. I know. A very cute one. I saw it. And then also we are going to hear a set later from Soul Ablaze. Also, we have giveaways. Yeah! I feel like Oprah when I do this. I'm like, everybody! I want my Oprah wig next time and like the headband thing that she does. I don't know what that is, but all her magazines have her with that. So we have tickets to the Belly Up, of course, presented by the Belly Up, of course, which you can get these at bellyup.com for the OK Go show. Yeah, these are legit. The only horrible thing about these is that they're on the night that we tape. But no, it's okay. We will forgive you if you go to this show. Just that one time. And then, so doors are at 8 p.m., of course. They do still have tickets available. Last time I checked, I think I'm correct. Okay, nobody corrected me. So I must be correct. So like I said, bellyup.com if you don't win them tonight and you want them, then there you go. And then also, there's too many to list tonight, but we have Hot Rod Helps donated 2 tickets to you guys for the Del Mar racetracks, and you can see all of their summer concert series. I'll be there. Weezer, Saturday, August 2nd. Yep. We're going to do it. Let's do it. See you there. All right. So we'll give those away to you guys. But so we were talking about T-Lynn, we were talking about your epicness at the Belly Up, our favorite place. And you tried all the beers. But then I heard that you talked to some drunken folks out there.
Yes, I did.
And you asked them some questions.
We played a game
for
those tickets.
Oh, you did? Okay, well then there you go.
Let's
so
check it out.
I want to roll that. Can we watch that?
I'd like to see it.
Do you has that? Okay.
I've never seen it.
I want to see it. Let's go.
I lived it though.
Let's roll that.
Hey everybody, this is DJ T-Lynn. I am at the Belly Up Tavern at the Beer Fest, and we are playing a quick game called Porn Name or Horse Name. We're going to be asking some drunk mofos whether or not they think a name is a porn name or a horse name. Let's check out what they say. I'm here with
Bobby Domino.
Bobby Domino?
That's it.
Bobby Domino. Okay, I'm going to give you one name, and you're going to tell me right on the spot whether or not you think it's a porn name or a horse name. You got that?
Okay.
Okay, here it is. You ready? Patriotic Mistress.
Horse.
It's a horse. Good job. Okay, what's her name?
Juanita.
Okay, Juanita, here's your name. Passion and Special.
Horse.
That's a horse name! You win! Ding, 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 ding. Awesome. I would have totally not guessed that.
Really?
What made you think that was a horse name?
It's not dirty enough to be a porn name.
Good one. I'm here with
Christina.
and
Gilbert.
all right, you two. Amber Bluebell. Think about it, think about it, think about it.
Horse.
Horse name.
Porn name! I'm sorry! And what's your name, sir?
John.
Okay, John, I'm going to give you a name. You got to tell me if it's a horse name or porn name. Ready? Downtown Forest.
Porn name all the way.
Final answer.
Final answer.
It's a horse's name. Oh, I'm sorry. And what is your name?
Cindy.
Okay, Cindy. I'm going to say a name. You tell me whether or not it's a porn name or a horse name. You ready? Granny's Kitten.
Definitely a horse.
Horse name. You are right.
Yay!
Okay, what's your name?
Pam.
Pam and?
Juanita.
Okay, Juanita and Pam. Here is your name. Hang on and hush. Think about it first.
I'm thinking porn. I'm thinking good point too. Hush is dirty-minded enough to think that, but we're probably going to go in the other direction because Hang On and Hush, it just really seems like they're running and
So final answer?
horse.
Horse, everybody! And what is your name?
Hi, my name is Clint Hartman.
Clint Hartman. Here is your name. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Special invitation. Wait for it. Just think about it.
So this is either a porn name or a horse name.
Correct. So you have to guess.
Special invitation. If I was special and I had an invitation, let's think about it. You want to say porn? I think it's a porn name. I think it's a porn name.
That's your final answer.
Porn name is my final answer.
I'm sorry, but it's a horse name. Oh! We have newlyweds. Spurti.
Raghu.
Beautiful couple. You have to tell me whether or not this is a porn name or a horse name. You ready?
Yes.
Night Maneuver. Think about it.
It's a horse name. I think it's a horse name.
I think it's porn name.
So we have both answers. You have to decide on one, whether or not it's a porn name or a horse name.
Horse. It's a horse name.
I agree with him. Horse name.
It's a horse name.
Final answer.
Horse name.
Horse name. Horse.
Horse name!
What's up tonight, San Diego?
Oh my God, Night Maneuver. There were so many of those that I was really hoping was a porn name. What was it? Granny's Kitten.
Believe it or not,
Oh man.
I don't remember that one.
T-Lynn, we believe it. Like I said before, we're gonna get you some help, girl. I'm gonna join you next time is what I mean by help. No, I lost track. I was so funny to me, that whole thing. Was everybody there just smoshed by the end of the thing?
I don't remember.
Was it a strobe light?
I don't remember.
Did production have to drive you home?
Yeah,
You think?
that was fun. Yeah. No, it was good. Like I told you, it was my first time. It was really fun.
The Belly Up should do that every month.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Exactly. Instead of the OK, before the OK Go concert, we'll go do that for sure. So yeah, we're gonna give away these to you guys, of course, and then we're gonna keep doing this all summer long with the what we call horse or pony or porny.
Oh, yeah, you can call it that.
Yeah. So that'll be our new segment for sure. All right. Who wants these tickets to the Del Mar Fair? Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll have to decide. We'll have to figure it out. All right. When we get back, we are going to have Brooke Haggerty sit down with us from f.a.c.e Foundation. We'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage from the f.a.c.e Foundation, Brooke Haggerty. How is your summer going?
Wonderfully.
Yeah?
It's always wonderful in summer in San Diego.
That's true. Even during June gloom, right?
During June gloom, absolutely. Got to deal with the tourists, but I guess that's one of the catches of living somewhere so wonderful.
You must live close to downtown.
I actually don't, but I'm all over. San Diego's
you're
one of
all
those
over.
places
Okay.
where you can be anywhere at any time. It's amazing. I just finished house sitting in La Jolla.
Oh,
That's where all the tourists are. I know.
And how was that?
amazing. Ocean view all around.
Wow,
Love
that's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm jealous, actually, really, really jealous. So, can you tell it? So you work. Okay, so you work with f.a.c.e Foundations. Can you tell us a little bit about that, just so everyone here knows
Absolutely.
what you do?
Yeah, so the f.a.c.e Foundation is a San Diego nonprofit that provides financial assistance for emergency veterinary surgeries. So if your dog got hit by a car or your cat ate some string and needed a surgery to live, essentially, we pay for that for people who can't afford it. So we prevent what we call economic euthanasia, and we are going to save our 1,000th life later this year.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really great. That's so great. I mean, I love like dogs and cats and all those things, but like, do you guys ever, I mean, is that what you guys mostly deal with, or do you guys have like, is it mostly
Other
dogs
animals?
and cats?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we've actually saved one bunny.
Okay.
This week was a crazy week. We got an inquiry about a quail, a goat,
Wow.
and a chinchilla. I don't know if we're going to do any of those cases, but we get calls from ranging from anything, from rats to turtles to birds. Some animals don't do well under anesthesia.
Yeah.
But dogs and cats primarily, it has to be a family pet.
Right.
But we also help the humans too. We like to think of it as saving the pet, but helping keep that family together and really preserving the bond that our community shares with pets. San Diego's a very pet-friendly community.
Totally.
And some of these cases, the animals are really their whole life. You know,
Yeah.
folks on Social Security who the cat is the only companion, or we help a lot of military guys and their dogs, you know, this or that happens. So pets and their families is who we serve.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is anybody else emotional too? Yeah. I'm like, like all its pet lovers.
Yeah.
I know. So how did you, so like what was your background in, you know, what was your background? Like how did you get involved? Like how did you get started?
Yeah, well, I've always been a huge animal lover. Growing up, I've had every pet you can imagine. When I was in high school, I actually volunteered for an organization called Guide Dogs of the Desert, and I was a puppy raiser with them for 18 months.
Oh, puppies.
Yeah, it wasn't an awful job. I took this dog everywhere with me. I took it to high school with me, and
Wait, so did everybody get a puppy? Was it like,
well, I got a puppy.
okay, I thought it was like the Stark family and they each got like a Game of Thrones.
No, so you have to apply. You have to be accepted to do this,
Okay.
and they basically the puppy stays with you for 18 months, and then you give it back. And
Okay. That's like the worst thing ever.
It was such a bittersweet moment. Giving him back was so difficult, but then 3 months later, after they do their official training,
Yeah.
you get to present the puppy to the person who needs it,
Oh,
the blind
wow.
person who needs that dog way more than I do. And so that was a very emotional day. I was 16 at the time, so I gave a speech and I was bawling on the stage. I don't think anyone understood a word of my speech. But I still am in touch with Phil, who got the dog that I raised, and he actually, Avery, the dog, retired last year, and I got to go to his retirement ceremony.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I started working for an animal rights group in San Diego, became a vegetarian, and started working for the Animal Protection and Rescue League, doing animal advocacy and humane education, and worked doing wildlife promotion, working with the harbor seals in La Jolla, doing various outreach campaigns and protests, protesting foie gras and puppy mills, and advocating for vegetarian lifestyle and Prop 2 back in 2008. So worked with them for a while.
We're not going to get into foie gras, but I just read about what that was about.
Yeah,
anyway,
so you
everybody,
know.
if you are interested in what, I'm not going to get into that, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Google
you know.
it.
Yeah, Google it.
So I
It's,
did
you know.
that. It's horrifying.
Yes.
So,
But I remember there was something you were saying about the, I mean, you were doing a lot of education with everybody too. And I remember you were telling me about, but we kind of didn't finish this. So what happened? So you were saying that you were talking to like a little girl, asked you some questions about the
Yes.
sea lions once.
yeah, I
What
know you
happened?
love this story. So
Well, I want to know the rest of it.
I did humane education for, while I was working for that group, educating the public on harbor seals. And so I worked at a table out at the beach near the harbor seals, just answering questions about wildlife, seals, sea lions, anything. And one day, one busy summer day, I had this huge group of people around my booth. And this dad and his little girl came up to me among everybody else in that crowd. There were probably a few dozen people listening to me. And the girl asks me how the seals breed. And the girl's like 4. I don't know how old she is. She's little, right? She's just talking. And I look to her dad and I'm
that's
like,
what she wants to know.
yeah, and I'm like, can I answer this? Like, is this cool? Can I go there? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. So I start to give this little girl and 30 tourists the birds and the bees talk about seals. And I think somewhere after, when 2 seals fall in love and find that perfect seal, he looks at me like horrified, covering his daughter's ears, like, she asked how they breathe. How they breathe, not how they breed. And I'm like bright red, and I'm like, I don't even know. So that was.
You ruined a life, Brooke.
I truly, she's probably scarred forever. So anyway, that kind of stuff is what I got to do, and it was actually a lot of fun for the most part. So.
Ruining a girl's summer.
Yeah. That's what the tourists get.
Don't come back now. So how can... So, I memean, you guys are obviously a foundation. You have to be funded and everything like that. So how can people who want to help you guys help? Like, what
I'm so glad you asked. So we, the average grant we give is $1,500. I don't know how many people have encountered large veterinary expenses, but $1,500 for one life saved. And like I said, we've almost saved 1,000. So to help, we accept donations. But you can also come and support us at our upcoming events. So we have a dog-friendly 5K in September on the 14th. And we hope that people can come there. It's a $30 registration fee, but multiply that times hundreds of people is a lot.
Where's that going to be?
That's going to be at Roadrunner Sports in San Diego on Copley Drive.
Yeah.
And in November, on the 3rd, we have a dog-friendly golf tournament at the Lomas Santa Fe Country Club in Solana Beach.
What does that mean? People just play golf and their dogs
are
there?
It's so much fun. We've done it before twice. And every person who brings a dog has a volunteer assigned to their dog.
Yeah.
And the volunteer just runs along the golf course beside the golfer. He does his thing, or she. And the dog just comes and hangs out with them. It's a lot of fun. Last year we had about 20 dogs join us for the tournament.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So our special events and honestly, just sharing our social media on your pages, liking us on Facebook, that kind of stuff goes a long way. And ultimately, the more people who know about us, it turns into donations, which turns into lives saved.
Okay, so what are those links? So we have the
we
website?
have our normal website is f.a.c.e.pets.org, and that's the number 4, f.a.c.e.pets.org, or facebook.com/face4pets.
The number 4 again.
And that's pretty much it for everything. Twitter.com/face4pets. That's going to be what you're going to want to look for.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we have an example of a family that you helped big time. So and I want to roll the clip that we have for that first, and then we'll and then we'll see the family. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Chad, Stephanie, and Loki. Wow, guys, that's such an amazing story. Seriously, I'm so excited that Loki's doing great. That's like obviously the goal and everything. So how did this affect you guys? I mean, obviously tremendously. She's like your daughter, right?
Oh, yeah, it was absolutely brutal situation. Literally before we had our meeting with Brooke and the f.a.c.e Foundation, it was, D-Day.
Totally.
And, they didn't think it was operable, and then I got the call back, and that was the day that you saw her walking without her back legs. And then the doctors let us know that afternoon, hey, this is something that we can have a positive prognosis on, but we got to get her in right away.
Yeah.
And I'm talking with Stephanie on the phone, and then it's astronomical cost when it comes down to something like this. And we are a working class couple. We're not, we weren't unemployed or anything like that. But unfortunately, in the dog health business, you come in with a sick dog, and they don't say like the human health business where they're going to just fix you up and we'll deal with the money later. It's like, well, you're either, this is what it cost and we'll do it, or take a hike.
Yeah.
So it was just a very serendipitous call that we had, to where Stephanie happened to be co-workers with a gal that was involved in the f.a.c.e Foundation.
Oh, that's so
it was just
great.
a beautiful serendipity that happened there, and we got our little rascal with us.
Yay. And she looks happy.
Oh, yeah.
Thoroughly.
Yeah.
Spoiled it all.
Well, we have I'm a dog trainer by profession.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So she was not only our love of our lives, but she was a business partner of mine that we worked together. So she was, everybody uses that. She's more than just a dog, but she's truly family to us, and we're, forever grateful for the doctors and the f.a.c.e Foundation for helping us out.
That's amazing. That's an amazing story. And then, Stephanie, you were telling me, what breed is she?
She's what's called a Dutch Shepherd.
A Dutch Shepherd. Okay. I was going to say, because I was like, kind of looks like a brindle German Shepherd, but I knew obviously not a German
close.
Shepherd. But
Believe it or not, as
she's so pretty.
sweet as she is, these are the same breed of dogs that we train for the special warfare for the Navy SEALs. Similar to the dog that you saw on the Osama bin Laden raid and stuff like that. And you wouldn't know that looking at this sweet dog. They're the man stoppers.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for bringing her on, and I'm so glad she's doing fantastic and she's able to rejoin your family and everything. Yeah,
absolutely our pleasure.
Sure.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Give it up for Loki and everything she's doing. So, Brooke, thank you so much for joining us tonight too. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was a really great special experience for sure. Different than what we've done before, and I'm really glad you guys were here. Definitely. Right. So when we return, we are going to sit down with Soul Ablaze. We'll be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Soul Ablaze! I like this shirt.
Oh, thank you.
It's like a combination of awesome and creepy.
That's what we go for.
But that's what that's what I do. It's cool. It's like tie-dye monster thing.
Yeah, it's got a name right on here, color.
Oh, you can hear it when you touch the shirt.
Yeah. It's alive, my man. It's alive.
So how's your summer going?
It's been great, man. It's been nice. The band's been working, so I'm a happy person.
This is the best time to work. It's summer for bands, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the concerts.
So how'd you all get started together? Like, what's the project about?
And basically it's like a collection of like soul music fused with jazz, reggae, and rock,
Yeah.
We're all from different schools of music, My bass player, he's from a different ball game. My drummer, he's from like rock, and my saxophone player, he plays a lot of jazz.
So y'all just were like, let's do something.
Well, I mean, I met my sax player in college.
Okay.
We were both like trying to go to school for music, but that wasn't us. So Then I met my drummer at a famous place called Hot Monkey Love here in San Diego.
Oh yeah, Hot Monkey Love.
Yeah, that's where we started. He came up to me. He was like, "Yo, you want to play bass?" I was like, "Let's do it."
Nice. That's awesome.
We started.
I feel like it's there. I hear so many mixed things in San Diego from bass players. On one hand, my experience is like it's so hard to find one, but then some people are like, "There's a lot of them." But what do you feel like?
Wow, that's
in this
kind of
music?
dead
Do you
on.
meet a lot? You know what I mean?
It's kind of dead on because the good ones work all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
They're working.
They always
for sure.
work. Yeah.
They're the most hireable one, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, a good bass player.
Yes.
And so you guys have a CD coming up? Is that what we're working
Yeah,
on?
we're working on a project.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be out this fall,
Nice.
Collection of all music. We'll see where it goes.
Do you have one out now that we can get?
Yeah, I have some out now, yeah.
Okay.
But the one I want to put out to the public that way expresses everything we do entirely.
Perfect.
It's coming out.
And that's a whole other process.
Yeah, it's a beautiful process though.
Yeah, for sure.
I love being in the studio.
That's what I think a lot of people don't get. I mean, how do you relate to this? Do you find yourself being like a performer, like a live performer, a recording artist? So you have to be like both.
The school of music I'm from, you got to be both.
Yeah.
If you can't play, you don't get on the stage, And if you can only do beats or something in the studio, I understand that, but it's live is where it's at because live is where the organic happens and you can really push yourself and you can receive all the great rewards you get from playing live music,
And that's what the real thing is. The record's not. I mean, it's a whole other art, right?
It's a whole other. You can sit in your house all day, whole weekend, listen to music. It feels good, It's a different feel.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what future shows do you guys coming up that we can attend?
Okay, cool. House of Blues coming up on the 15th of August. We got that coming up, and we'll be at 7 Grand. You haven't been to 7 Grand yet. You're missing out. It's like it's a dope spot.
So that's the spot to hit you guys at.
Friday, 9 o'clock, 9 to 12.
That's this Friday.
We put it to work this Friday.
Nice, perfect. So what's going on at the House of Blues on August 15th?
It's a local brews show. We're doing with this band right here, and come check us out. I think we're the first one up though at 7:30.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get everyone to come out and see you for sure.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen. All right, you guys. When we get back, we're gonna hear a set from Soul Ablaze. Yeah. Be back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the night in San Diego stage, Soul Ablaze!
Yeah, back, nowhere back. On this reaching, teaching. They say so. Politicians search them feelings, what they want to show. Will they come to pass? Will it all really last? Hands and blood are flowing. People, demise and soul looking back. Nowhere back. Somewhere back. But nowhere back. Preacher man, you come this season, praying you offer them to reason. Temples full of dust, you'll fill them. Brainwash you, save them, heal them. What's become of you? Didn't you know the story's so true? Can't stop what this time people already knew. Looking back, nowhere back, somewhere back, nowhere back. Looking back, nowhere back, somewhere back, nowhere back. On this preaching, reaching, teaching, they say so. Politicians urge them feelings, won't they want to show? Will it come to pass? Will it all really last? Hands and blood on flow, people demise and toll. Looking back, nowhere back, somewhere back, nowhere back, forward to, forward to.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to like us on Facebook, we're facebook.com/Tonight in San Diego. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TonightInSD. And then you can also visit our website and get tickets there to our shows every Thursday throughout the rest of the summer at TonightInSanDiego.com, of course. Again, my name is David Vaughn, and I really want to thank Brooke Haggerty for joining us tonight from the f.a.c.e Foundation. And of course, we're bringing Loki with her family too. That was awesome and epic, powerful. I love that she's doing well. That's my favorite thing of tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Soul Ablaze.
Y'all doing all right? Listen up. Can I speak to you? It's about time you knew. There's this love so deep inside of me. Baby, this love that makes me bleed. Yeah, yeah.